The Los Angeles Police Department has launched an internal investigation, meaning they're not really doing anything, after officers were reported to have shared a Valentine's Day image of George Floyd with a caption that read, quote, "You take my breath away." So as I'm sure all of you know, George Floyd was suffocated to death when Derek Chauvin, a cop, decided to kneel on his neck until he literally died in broad daylight. So the LAPD has responded to this in a series of tweets saying that a personnel complaint has been initiated and we are pursuing each allegation, including interviewing the department member who brought it to our attention. At this point, the department has not identified any actual postings in the workplace or identified that it was in fact our department employee who created the image. We have raised the apparent existence of the image and directed commands to survey the work sites for it. And real quick, Michael Moore, who's the chief of the LAPD, also issued a statement saying this: "Our investigation is to determine the accuracy of the allegations while also reinforcing our zero tolerance for anything with racist views. If the department confirms that officers were circulating the image, people will find my wrath." Cenk.
Well, I like that last line. So give them credit for that one. But Anna, I was led to believe that there was just a few bad apples.
I mean,
interesting that this is being widely circulated as a laughing matter. Oh, remember, we choke out black people for no reason and kill them, and then we make jokes about it. Just a few bad apples. By the way, they're so brazen. I mean, I don't know who turned in the this piece of trash that they were passing around, but presumably they have minorities in the LAPD. Not presumably, they definitely do. And they figure, well, we'll just pass it around. Who cares if a black guy sees it? They all know we kill black people and laugh about it afterwards. Ha ha, a few bad apples.
No, but what's also amazing is, I mean, think about what happened after the George Floyd video circulated and everyone saw him get murdered in broad daylight by Derek Chauvin and several other cops who were just standing by and watching it happen. It led to unrest throughout the country for good reason, because the Colin Kaepernick peaceful kneeling during the NFL, during the NFL games, during the national anthem, didn't yield any results, right? The issue of police brutality continued to be minimized over and over again. So it led to unrest because people wanted change. And then you have the cops, you have the police departments acting as though they're the real victims. Oh, look at all these people taking to the streets. I can't believe this is. Stop acting like idiots, first of all, by laughing at people who aren't even here to defend themselves, by laughing at people who have been murdered by cops, okay? And then that's when they're doing incredibly stupid things. And then how about stop murdering people who are unarmed? How about stop committing police brutality on a regular basis, even as people are filming? And then don't turn around and act all surprised when people take to the streets. It's just amazing that they keep doing this stuff over and over again, and then again act as if they're the real victims when it leads to unrest.
Yeah. Well, they don't want any of their privileges taken away. And earlier they had the privilege of being able to beat any black man either near death or to death. And now they don't, that privilege is being slightly challenged. And so that gets under their skin. But like, I signed up for this job because I wanted to take no risk at all. And I wanted to be able to exercise my power over others in a completely uncontrolled, unchecked way. Now you're telling me you're gonna check it slightly so I can't even kill people? This is an outrage. And they genuinely believe it. They genuinely believe it's an outrage that they have to do their jobs without killing people, innocent people. And so, and we encourage and empower that. In Buffalo, you remember the 75-year-old guy that they knocked down and they cracked his skull, literally? They were let off. The cops.
I know. Impunity, they get to do whatever they want with no consequences. How does anyone see that video and think, no, that's okay? They shoved an elderly man to the ground. He suffered head injuries and was hospitalized for who knows how long. And then when other cops who were on the scene tried to help him, they were discouraged from doing so. No consequences, no consequences.
Yeah.
And then they act like they're the victims.
And when black folks say, could you stop killing us? They're out in full force tactical gear, and this includes LAPD, foam bullets, tear gas, you name it. Can't wait to get their licks in, right? And then it turns out we really need help against rioters in the Capitol. And those folks are thinking of murdering government officials, including the vice president. Nary a cop can be found. All of a sudden, cops just can't find a way to find their batons. If you watch those videos, I mean, those cops were manhandled. They were pushed and literally killed and attacked viciously. Nope, nothing. Oh, no, those are right wingers. Those are white people, good white people. We can't do anything. We should just take our beating. Oh, we got a black guy, let's go kick the living crap out of him. And then we'll make fun of him afterwards after we killed him. And we'll say, he takes my breath away. Ha ha, remember how we choked Eric Garner to death in New York, and how we choked George Floyd to death in Minnesota, and how we beat the living crap out of Rodney King here in LA? Remember all those things? Few bad apples just keeps happening every time, golly gee. It turns out they train us to tell us we can commit tremendous violence against you and never be held accountable. And that turned out to be a bad idea. Who could have guessed? But they don't think it's a bad idea. They think controlling them in any way, shape, or form and asking them to protect and serve is just that. They think that's the crime. It's a crime they cannot stomach. How dare you not let us beat the living crap out of poor middle class people, especially minorities.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.